Big changes could be coming to the Mississippi River.
Yeah, but first, the Army Corps will hold a series of meetings to hear from the public about how it manages the river. John Snell explains what's at stake.
From its headwaters at Lake Itasca in Minnesota, the Mississippi River amounts to less than a Louisiana bayou. It goes on to become a superhighway of commerce, the country's largest watershed. Old Man River has tested man's attempts to manage it, from flood threats in recent years to repeated spillway openings to last year's drought and the threat to drinking water supplies. All of this has led people to question what in the world is going on with the Mississippi River. And increasingly in recent years, there have been calls to try to control it in different ways. Congress ordered a $25 million five-year study of the river from Cape Girardeau, Missouri to the Gulf of Mexico. This week, the Army Corps launches a series of meetings designed to get the public's input. Senior Project Manager Ann Huelis.
This study is historic in how comprehensive it is.
That means considering everything from flood risk to navigation to restoring natural areas along the river. One especially sensitive subject involves the use of the Bonnie Carey Spillway. It prevents disaster in New Orleans.
I don't know, man. It's kind of like a blob floating across a lake.
But it can turn surrounding waters green with algae, damage fisheries, and devastate sea life.
It is an existential threat to our marine resources.
Critics, including powerful voices in Mississippi, argue the Corps already has a tool at its disposal. The study will look at possibly making greater use of the Morganza Spillway farther upriver, but that would mean effects downstream in places like Morgan City.
When we start talking about turning knobs in one area, we certainly anticipate effects in another, and that's really what the study is going to look like, is how all of these pieces fit together.
It'll take a few years of study before any changes to the plumbing in America's Great River Basin. John Snell, Fox 8 Local First.
Any significant changes to how the river is managed would likely require an environmental impact study and possibly the approval of Congress. The Corps will hold two meetings at its New Orleans headquarters to hear from the public at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. this Wednesday.